I haven't played well here in years past, but I was like thinking through it, and I'm throwing like 13 forehand tee shots, and my forehand's just been so dialed lately. And so I was like thinking about that before my practice round yesterday, and I got just kind of a weird boost of confidence, like why aren't you playing good out here? And so I just kind of carried that into today, and forehand was dialed, just throwing the disc super well. Putting felt great. All my Circle 2 bids were good, just kind of giving it a chance from everywhere.
I'm not going to do anything different tomorrow. Today it actually felt really solid in terms of kind of just how I played overall. These days, especially at Idlewild, with the conditions being really nice, it's course that people are going to shred. And I think I saw Isaac started like 7 through 7. Big Jerm was like 10 down through 12. So Gossage is right up there. He could possibly shoot 13. So it's just kind of like one of those courses like 11 almost doesn't even cut it. You know, you need to be shooting 12, 13, at least one of the rounds. And obviously you still have a couple of rounds to do that.
I didn't really have a number in my head. Mainly, the way I look at this course is it's one where you have to give yourself opportunities off the tee, try to hit the first gap on every hole, especially some of those wooded holes, and then from there it gets a lot easier. If you're putting from Circle 2, you're not taking any bogeys. So definitely accomplished that, gave myself a lot of Circle 1 looks as well. And I think if I could shoot the same round again, that would be amazing, but from my standpoint, I'm just trying to get through the round tomorrow bogey-free.
Hello and welcome to round 2 coverage of the 2023 LWS Open at Idlewild. Got some weather blowing in today, and you are watching JomezPro with Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
That's right, Nate. The thunderstorms early pushed these tee times back hours and hours, and we're already getting to the point where the 3:30 tee time or the 3:40 tee time was already pushing the daylight. These guys are not teeing off until 6:15. And at the beginning of the round, we were told that we are only going to play until 8:15, at which point they will blow the horn and the play will have to resume the following morning at 7:30. So these guys are up against the daylight, that's for sure. But let's give a shout out to these guys coming out the gates shooting 12 under. Aaron Gossage, Gavin Babcock, and Evan Scott all coming out the gates super duper hot. Evan Scott, winner this year of the Silver Series up there in Zootown.
Another weather impacted event,
That's
if
right.
I remember correctly. So maybe he's got some special mojo going. Maybe he gets charged up by that lightning. I don't know.
Seems like he's a Silver Series master, though. Seems like every Silver Series you see him at the top. I think he took second over there at the Cascade Challenge to Ricky, making all those crazy putts and stuff. So he likes the smaller events, and I would say that Idlewild, compared to what we've been playing, is a smaller event as far as the Elite Series Plus, and then we're going into the playoffs and everything. So this is your last chance to get yourself a little dubski before the real stuff happens.
Yeah, before the playoffs all start. Hole 1 is an eagleable par 4, downhill 638 feet.
And it's honestly a softer course compared to a lot of the really tough courses that we play. It's a anybody could win scenario, and I believe there's been all unique winners since the Elite Series has started.
Gossage to the backhand, getting the big drift. Also the field a little softer. No Eagle, no Macbeth, no Europeans. So, you're missing some firepower.
That's true. Aaron, a good drive, not stellar. You'd like to get full flex here to give yourself a look from deep C2.
Low burner.
It's overturned. There is a new out of bounds. It's not going to really challenge that drive from Gavin, but it is, you can get there.
I think it's like by that spectator rope over there. So it's a pretty hard turnover in order to get all the way to the right side.
Oh, super low from Evan.
Long approach coming.
Very doable still, but he's not going to be happy with that effort.
That's a nice drive from Gannon. Yeah, getting full ride.
C2, maybe.
Perfect.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when we were talking about this on our card, there are only 5 par 3s on this course. Only 5 holes you can get the 2 on, and unless you consider this a par 3.
Huh.
Well, I think it says par 4 on there.
Yeah,
they change it up every single year. Par 4,
No,
par
I know.
3, par 4, par 3. Just depending on who's here. The Europeans didn't show up, so it's
par 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good lie for Gavin down here. Not that good
Yeah.
of a throw, though.
No.
He had that wide open. He's going to be really frustrated with that. Going to have to do a pretty scary putt, honestly.
I don't know. I mean, that's a putt that you do not want to be running for the birdie. Good approach for Aaron. But with how easy this hole plays, there will be some temptation in some ways for Gavin, but don't know if he's going to justify that or not. We'll see here in a moment. Oh, I think he laid up super quick.
I think is he not closer? No, he wasn't.
No, I think he just got up there and just pitched it before the cameras were even ready. I think he didn't take any time, and I kind of like that. Don't put that on yourself for that. You don't need to do anything heroic on the first hole. You don't want to give them away.
I'm all for heroics.
I ran that putt on this card like 3 years ago, and it's still rolling.
How did you get on this card 3 years ago?
Well, guess. I have nothing for you. Good one,
Jerm
Nate.
works in mysterious ways, and he always has. A couple of birdies there, as we would expect.
I'm just leading the way. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Look at Brad Williams out there doing work through 14 holes.
Yeah, 18 holes. Hole 2, par 4, 601, left to right off the tee. You'll see rollers, sidearms. You want to get to the top of the hill, though. Miss those trees, kind of bunkering on the right. Out of bounds left, and then you have to cross the out of bounds pond into a sloping green. Out of bounds all on the left side of that green. So position play is very important.
Aaron forcing the inside forehand. I like that play if you can commit to it. Angle's really nice out there to the right.
And he's so powerful. He can take a stable disc and just get to the top.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't have to do like the flip up game.
Gannon going to stick with the roller, and that's burning out there pretty hard to the right. I think he'll be on the upslope on his approach, but
Solid, though.
yeah, it's fine.
I think just sort of a general frustration in the field today with the weather. I mean, obviously everyone understands you can't control when there's going to be lightning, but I heard a lot of sentiment of kind of like, man, we played the best and we're getting punished because we're going to have to come back at 7:30. And I think that's kind of weighing on the minds of a lot of players.
Oh, man, that was certainly some of the sentiment that was felt there on Chase Card as well. I mean,
Oh, yeah, I think lots of
sitting there
cards.
just like, man, this is Evan hitting the square middle tree. Yeah, no one wants to come back at 7:30 in the morning.
And then still have their round to play at likely 4 in the afternoon. So
Yeah.
you get all warmed up, get out there, then you got to go kill 6-7 hours
Yeah.
before it's time to come back and get it done for the final round. So we'll see how that all goes. If these guys feel time pressure, if these guys have any shot at, getting close to the end of the course, going to be tough, I think.
That was a really nice shot from Evan to get safe and across. Gannon's shot, however, it's going to be playing with those trees and fortunately drop safe, doesn't roll. A lot of slope there. Very possible for that to go OB.
Very breezy out there, too. You see the left to right crosswind playing a big part in these up shots. He's trying to drift this from right to left, doesn't quite get it over there, and that's going to be a question mark.
Yeah, again, that's going to be similar in difficulty to Gavin's putt on the prior hole, but a lot more runnable. But
Yeah,
still very scary.
Too close to layup, I feel like.
Yes. Decent angle, just barely missing the height. Another thing that actually we haven't mentioned about the weather, as Gannon has this little short approach, is that there is lightning in the forecast. And any
Yes.
lightning delay is just immediately going to halt any chances these guys have to cut down a lot of these holes. And the forecast showed early in the day 4 o'clock thunder, and then it got pushed back to 5. And I think by the time they were teeing off, it looked like it was coming in at around 7.
Which is like hole 6.
Hole 6, exactly. And Aaron does lay up. Some smart play here. Not feeling it, don't need to risk it. Don't need that stress.
A little safer run here for Gavin.
Oh, come on.
Sat down for him.
Shout out to Gavin Babcock for making lead card again. He's done that a few times this season. Obviously, it's so difficult to get the exposure of lead card in this day and age. Coming out the gates hot many times this year. So it will be all pars here on hole 2 for our lead group. Hole playing right at 3.98, so very close to par average. Usually see at least one person, especially in lead card, getting the birdie there, though.
I got a question for our European fans. You know, because sometimes I'll be watching an international tournament, and to my American eyes, I'll think, man, all these players' names sound the same. I can't tell the difference. And then I sit here and I see Gavin, Gannon, Evan, Aaron. Are those names all the same as far as
What they think.
yeah, like do you go and how do you even get this straight? Because I'm getting kind of paranoid that I'm going to get it tripped up. 'Cause they all kind of sound the same to me, with all the N on the end. So just let me know. Does that seem like the same name 4 times?
I mean, I'm not European, but I can tell you that all white people look the exact same.
Through with
Oh,
power.
Very good.
I think you're going to like that.
I think I'm going to get blasted in the comments for that one, but I'm just kidding.
Obviously.
Just want to let the audience know I am just kidding. That was a great shot from Aaron. Gannon laying down a nice roller just past the air shot from Aaron.
Loving it.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yes. If that flips up a bit, that's going to be fantastic. Yeah, these are all great drives. Setting up inside 300 feet, probably somewhere in that range, the 290 to 310 range.
Another roller coming in. Did it hit the tree?
Did it square up the tree again? Just unable to get off the tee cleanly, Evan. First 3 holes.
Ooh.
Look at that, though. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it's in putting range, but I do
No.
think it's real nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's as good as you can really do from there. Super low ceiling, well committed to that line.
Looks a little, taking on those trees.
So
Long look.
there is a right to left, and I think that it's stronger than you can feel from this lie. A lot of players in my group had a similar approaches here, and a lot of these were being pushed to the left.
A little too inside.
Yeah.
Obstructed putt, but probably in the circle.
I think Gannon should learn from those.
Super wide.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
Good
yeah,
skip.
okay,
Good skip.
good skip, good fight through the trees. But yeah, that looked a little bit over pushed to the left.
So Gavin off the tee through, I noticed, Cloudbreaker 3.
Okay.
Does that mean it's the 3rd year of the Cloudbreaker? Is that what that is?
Or it's the third iteration? Yeah, I guess so.
And
Yes.
where would you set the over-under on how many numbers that can go to? Like, are we going to see a Cloudbreaker 8? Nice putt. Nice
Yeah,
putt
very
right
nice
there.
putt from
I'm just
Gossage.
curious, like, how that naming convention.
and which one's Gavin?
Yeah, that's. I think he's this guy. I think he's the big guy.
A really tricky lie just outside C1. He was able to jump that, but not really able to get a good run for the birdie. Gannon in for the birdie. It's a good start now, 2 through 3.
Even though that was so short, tricky little putt there. Pretty windy. It's like windy enough to be
Oh, yeah.
a tester.
Oh, yeah.
Anything outside the bullseye. See, I mean, look at that. Kind of lifts.
And it's like kind of powered in. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like you can tell he's feeling the wind when you kind of see people stabbing him like that.
Evan scrambling once again, but saving the par.
Gavin and Evan are going to be frustrated to be even still. They need to get going. Coming back on hole 4, par 4, 722 feet with two water carries. You'd like to get your drive right here. And then you can set up yourself for a kind of simple shot across, not having to worry too much about that small gap. So easy though to find either the left side, which is OB, or the right side, which is pretty rough, and cut your angle off. You do see some players try to go over the top on the second shot. But I think these guys are going to just try to push this as straight as possible, just over 400 feet.
Yeah, if this doesn't turn any more to the right, this is going to be great.
This is kind of crushed.
Oh, it was just looking like it was moving a little bit too much from left to right.
And I think that's going to be pretty difficult.
I don't know if you can run it from there. I mean, the angle gets so skinny off to the right side. We'll see, though. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge, has anyone ever talked about how good our drone is? Like, they have played the hole perfectly every single time we've ever seen them go down the fairway. They just split the middle of the gap straight to the pin every time.
Oh, yeah.
We've never even seen anyone try that line before.
Oh, they're chain seekers.
We have seen them kind of go off crazy routes, though.
Sometimes they
get
confused.
They get bored of the easy ones.
I like this.
This spins back, spin back. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has a longer one-finger forehand than Gavin. He gets it out there.
Wow.
A lot of power. Evan, can he avoid the bugaboo of the short tee shots? He cannot. He is going to be well short.
You got to lay that up, I would think.
Yeah, well, we'll see. This is not looking like a layup.
He's going to try to pierce this.
I don't think you lay up from there, honestly.
And he has laid up, but he's laid up into the pond.
He should have, but that's a pretty wide gap from back there. I think you go over.
Yeah, maybe. Got that lead card mojo. You're not playing too well yet. Yikes.
Oh, wow. That does not seem like the intended route, but he'll take it, obviously.
Got through it, got over the water. No problems.
Yeah, and
you can see no real angle to attack. The pin way back there to the right side, so he's just going to pitch, play for par.
That gap looks small at a much more favorable angle from what we just saw with the camera.
Yeah.
So you can imagine from where he was standing, it's just a nothing burger.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Gonna crawl OB. That had a steep amount of anhyzer on it. Just out driving the gap a bit, making that approach shot so tight. Tight? Yeah. I don't know what that word means, but I think it means tight.
It does.
Aaron will save the par.
Likely bogey here. Get this up close. It's not much distance left. Tough one to take, though, after what looked to be a pretty nice drive.
Yeah.
And Evan, the similar fate.
Yeah, down in the OB, trying to get this close. And oh my
Pretty
goodness.
Pretty close.
Saves the par and
Again.
cool as a cucumbber. He's not even.
I think he was trying to do it, maybe.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah, of
Just
course.
from
Look
his-
at that. Look at that pace.
Look at him. Does his hands even? No, nothing. Oh, hi. Hey, fans. Yeah, I know. I made a 20-footer again.
Yeah, it'll look really rude if I don't wave my hand here. Okay, there we go.
There is
Yeah.
a little bit of.
I'll
now
smile. Inside, it's turmoil, but on the outside, it's a nice little smile.
It's nice, man. What a shot. That could get you going.
Just get the blood pumping a bit. Oh, man.
Of course he does.
Getting through the lucky gap and then making the 65-footer.
Look how smooth this is, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no flood on that putt.
No, not even.
Just on the stripe, too. Not even left, not right, not high, not low.
Speed was perfect.
Yeah, it's like that was the perfect putt.
He's got a long career ahead of him. Can you imagine just how many 65-footers are going to drop for that dude before he hangs up the discs? It's thousands. It's just incredible the way how consistent he can be from that kind of range.
And coming up in this era now, we can actually say that versus when Macbeth and Ricky started making those long putts, there was no one to really talk about it. There was no YouTube media that was covering it, so we really couldn't prophesize about what was to come, perhaps.
Well, I'll tell you this. They weren't making putts like he does. They were making them, but not in that
fashion
quantity.
Yeah,
maybe not.
This dude's gonna make a full Olympic marathon of putts, like 26.2 solid miles of putts before it's all said and done. And it's gonna be a good time too. Those things are kind of zinging.
Yeah. Hole 5, par 3. Careful with these putts though. You got to be real close in order to run this one out of bounds on the whole left side. Tough backhand flex. You want to really get to circle 1 on the high side. Well, this is a typical play. You overturn it, you end up on top of the hill, then you jump putter down.
Cash it from there, 90 feet. No, you would expect a layup from up there.
This is one that I expect this guy to just go goose, blue bomber.
Yeah.
To like circle 1.
Yeah, nobody else. Not that many people have an option to play forehand for a birdie look.
Kind of
Yeah, I even the forehand bombers like him and Tristan Tanner and AB, I don't see them getting a forehand there just because of what it risks.
I think they could, yeah, but it's like one little twist of flip is all you are away from disaster and a re-tee, basically. So that's the scary part. You need to keep hyzer angle the whole time.
Evan has pushed it, and that's
safe. I think he's safe.
Look at that. That guy is appreciating his moment. That's wonderful.
Nice grass.
Also, I want to apologize to him for first round hitting that tree and ricocheting into his elbow.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Got the birdie.
You got him in the elbow.
I got him in the elbow, and I apologized for it. And then I thanked him.
Because it was going a straight OB, and we all know it.
That's just your opinion.
Ooh, kind of hot.
Yeesh. Hardest hole in the course, guys.
Really?
318 average.
Harder than hole 18. I don't understand how you guys are so good at hole 18. It's amazing.
Being said, there were only
a little soft
7 twos for the whole day, which is extraordinarily low.
Yeah, I agree.
Extraordinarily low. Because there was wind. There was heavy wind at times. But still, you would imagine for the course of a round, there would be more than
this
than
hole.
7.
This hole to me feels
wind.
like a birdie per card type of hole to me. Like,
well, with that left to right wind, it's like, that was almost a birdie for you. With that left to right wind, it's you're fragment from disaster.
yeah, sure.
Or just bailing out like where they did over there to the right. That's a good putt
Yeah,
right there.
it
I mean,
is.
that's scary to leave it 20 short. It looked like he had a little lull in the wind, though. I don't see the grass moving very much.
Yeah, this was a windy green at times.
Evan just finding ways to take pars in every single manner right now.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but
No. I would actually take his start versus mine. It's not about me. I was just thinking as a little reflective.
hey man, you're in the hunt. It's a little about you. Usually it's not about you at all.
That's very true.
Usually it's us just
Right back to reality. It's
self-deprecating each other and ourselves just being like, we teed off at 7 a.m.
No, but we
saw
talked
the sun
about this in
come
our
up.
practice round. We mentioned that this is, if any tournament, especially this one, which has had a unique winner every single year, this is a tournament that if you can keep it in the fairway, you can win. It doesn't have to be a superstar, big, long bomber guy. It's who can control these shots. Just like this hole right here, short par 4.
Yeah, you don't have to be good to win.
You don't have to be good.
Gotta get
to win.
lucky.
You just have to get lucky. And really, that's the point we're trying to make right now.
Yeah, of course. No, you have to be great. Hit a lot of gaps, but the distance is not the overwhelming factor here. This is such a tricky hole, especially with a little wind. I think we'll see some rollers.
I think this is the most frustrating yet fun course you could ever play in your life because every hole is a crazy opportunity.
Oh, wow.
Like this one is like, an eagle. Hole 1 could be an eagle.
Yeah.
Like every single hole. They're short par 4s, but they're very difficult to get.
There's 4 holes that I would not be surprised with the eagle.
Yeah.
4 holes
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
And lots of interesting shapes, hills. Like it's got a lot of stuff that you don't see on a lot of other courses. It's got a maddeningly frustrating little creek that feels like the most random thing in the world at times. And then sometimes you throw shots that you're like, certainly deserve to be in there. So it's tricky.
Yeah. It's not a course that I'd like to play every weekend, but it is a style that I'm happy is on the tour.
Yes, yes. I think that the fans appreciate this. I mean, they want to see us squirm a little bit. They want to see us have to scramble from out of position. In the end, they want to see great shots. And I think that this place gives it all. And right now, we've seen 3 different ways of getting to good tee shots, but not great.
This is flipped a little. Is it going to get short enough?
That is ripped,
oh my
though.
gosh. Is that going to stay safe?
Whoa. Ooh,
Wow.
I don't think he thought it had a chance.
Fortune smiles upon you, Mr. Babcock. Now, the tricky part is going to be this approach for Gavin is going to be really toy like a toiga.
I think this would be
Great
a
shot.
great course for match play. A match play tournament
Yes,
on
it
this course.
would.
It'd be pretty fun.
You don't want to see a bunch of like hard or like soft
Pars. Yeah, just a bunch of pars. Yeah.
Yeah. Just long, but it'll be a tap-in putt.
That was actually a pretty good effort from back there.
Tough to
Really
take the
tough.
skip with the putter, too.
Yeah.
Off of there. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Evan, maybe by getting up to the right, he's got a straight look at it. There's probably going to be one tree right in the middle of his way, and he gets past it. Can he get it to sit down? No, it was just going to be another way of getting par.
It does look like maybe a few less trees from that angle, though.
Yeah.
And I think that's why there's certainly something to that roller play. And I don't want to speak too early because Evan actually has a tricky putt.
Going at it. Wow.
Little
Just
metal.
across the front.
I think he got a little.
Did he?
I don't know.
And getting closer
was
to
real
finish
close.
that marathon right there. Almost cut off about 90 feet of it. Evan does save the par. At some point, we're going to see it. We're going to see an entire grayed out scorecard. I don't want to see it, but at some point, it's going to happen.
Just all
I
pars
saw,
for
I
9
saw
straight.
one
No, for
a couple
18.
weeks ago. I saw somebody almost do it, and they bogeyed the last hole. I was so disappointed.
Oh, so sad.
And I think it was Erica, right?
I would have been
bogeyed
just
the
as mad
last
if
hole.
she had birdied it. Like, if she birdied it, I'd be like, why
At
did
least
you
get
do that?
a 1 on there. Like, just throw a color on there that we don't see often, at least. Just like, you're like, I didn't know we had turquoise.
17 straight pars and then a bogey. Oh, man.
I've done it.
I guess that's
I've done.
kind of
I've done the
turquoise.
18er.
You've done the 18er?
I've done the 18er.
Really?
Oh, man. I've gone 18 holes without a par and shot even.
I want to think that, like, in Miami days, I might have had, like, a course where I was just, like, trying to get pars
Miami?
and maybe did. Yeah, Miami.
When he lived in Miami.
Yep. Miami's a
No, he's saying
easy place.
Miami.
Oh, okay.
In Miami days.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Florida. Those are easy pars out there.
There's no way I'm the only person who heard Miami days.
Well, they are the exact same syllables.
Yeah.
It's a context thing.
Oh.
This is such a
Okay.
treacherous hole. Got to
So-
get through this gap and get right as much as possible.
And as these guys are teeing off, it's important to note at this moment, we had a card warning for slow play.
From an official.
From an official, the card was falling a little behind, and as you guys recall, we are in a bit of a time crunch here. Aaron, can this get lucky? Yeah, it cannot. You never see anything go inside and get clean, but that looked like it had a chance for a moment. And I will say that I know that some players in this card took a little personal offense to that because they are not necessarily slow playing, but it's a group thing, and it's actually a future thing that's written in our rules that there will be warnings assessed to groups for playing slow.
Don't like it. I'm going to get on my soapbox. This is an individual sport. the slowness of your group is beyond your control. I don't understand the point, as we see Gossage from the tough drop zone, of warning an entire group, especially
Can that make it? No.
if no one has been observed to have broken 30 seconds on any individual shot. You know, so I don't understand it personally.
Yeah, I agree with that. That'd be like you having to get a warning from somebody doing something in the card, like cursing, and then you get a cursing warning.
Doesn't make
and you're
any
like,
sense.
I haven't cursed at all or said a word.
It's an individual sport. Everything else about the sport is on an individual basis. It makes no sense to me that we could just collectively warn 4 players, especially just because you show up and go, hey, it just so happens the group ahead of you has gotten ahead of you. We don't actually know that any of you have violated time. Ooh, boy.
It didn't look like Gavin took any time. He got in there, just pitched out, and that is a big price to pay for just not being patient.
Well, he just got warned.
Yeah, that's
I think
the thing.
that could be a product of that.
Yeah, it's hard
Yeah,
it's hard mentally to then you
Wow.
get in that tough lie. You like go and it's the time when you like, oh, maybe I'll straddle right, maybe I'll straddle left, and then it kind of comes through your head. How many seconds has it been? And then you rush a shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was a really nice approach shot, though, from both Evan and Gavin, though. Gavin, that is a place you don't really see many people get up and down from, and did good work there. Aaron's got to get up and down from here to save the bogey, and he likely will.
Yeah, I wonder who's making these rules. Like who's just in there with the...
Well, at least they had the presence of mind to do away with the debris behind your lie rule. That's one that just was...
I'm pretty sure it's the same person who made that rule who made this next one.
Sure, it's a rules committee. It's not just one person we can peg it on, but it's...
Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, I have no ideas on it.
I don't think it matters if it's one person or a committee. We can warn the entire committee for the actions of the one.
For slow playing disc golf?
Yeah.
Or whoever made the rule. Consider yourself.
Consider all y'all warned.
I don't blame them for trying things because
No.
our sport is
Yeah.
incredibly progressive. I think that our sport has to remain that way as we are just kind of fixing our I don't know, the standardization of everything has to come to a place where we all agree, and that requires a lot of constant moving parts, and we'll eventually figure it all out.
yeah.
It'll get sifted through, and
Oh yeah, everybody's doing their best.
I think...
But we can have a good time disagreeing with what they bring
Yeah.
to us.
I love it. It's my favorite part.
I think they probably are thinking they need the card to be more accountable. You know, and so if you're not going to keep accountability...
Yeah, they're saying, "Oh, you're not warning. You guys aren't warning these guys."
Exactly, then-
so then it's
then
on
it's
all of you
everybody.
in a way.
So I get what they're saying, but it's still silly.
Mm-hmm.
Hole 8 par 5, not silly. 576. Kind of a silly par 5. It's a right to left shot off the tee. You're going to see a lot of sidearm flexes. It's the shortest par 5 you'll ever see in your life, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. It's either the easiest hole in the course or it's the hardest hole in the course. If you call it a par 5, like they have always called it, it's the easiest hole in the course. And if you call it a par 4, which I think a lot of these pros would consider it to be, it then becomes the hardest hole.
Yeah, I mean, it would fit right into a Northwood Black as a par 4. Like you wouldn't even notice.
Yes, and I think that being said, it's one of the few holes where I don't think where we can agree on a par that the hole still remains to be a good hole. Like I still really like this hole.
It's fun.
I saw I just have to say it. I saw somebody online say, "What kind of joke is this? These guys are going to be getting 2s on this hole." He was all mad because of the graphic of this tee sign.
Yeah, it makes it look kind of
makes it
straight.
Look like you could throw a straight shot and kind of get there.
Aaron takes a bad kick. No, you can.
And,
The best drive I can even imagine is maybe like 350 feet, maybe.
Yes, but it was just funny. He's like, "What is this?"
It's a 5. What do you? Hey, man, we want a weekend off, all right? We're going to do a dead straight par 5, 500 feet.
Yeah. All right, this is a chance here.
Ooh, no.
Oh, yes.
That looked so squared.
And if that just slides just a bit more to the left, he might be up there looking for the eagle. Gannon's got a tricky flip-up line. But the trees kind of just force that shape. I mean, sometimes you like that.
It is already getting kind of dark, I'm just going to say. Okay. There's a sunset type of light hitting these trees.
It's my kind of round. Like, this is when I go play casual rounds. People are off the course. Nobody's starting their round at 6:30, 6:45.
No throngs of fans assaulting you.
It's just so obnoxious. You know how it is. I don't mean that.
No, we're
I love it. I love every single bit of attention that comes from doing silly little commentary.
Yeah.
We love you guys. I'm contractually obligated to say that too, so.
But it doesn't mean it's not true.
Who knows, though, at this point?
Little chip forehand, one skip
I'm
down
not
the hill.
contractually obligated to do it, actually. I don't think you are either.
Gavin pitching up. He'll have that short putt for birdie. This downhiller here for the birdie for Gannon.
Zap.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good catch.
That's the right sound.
He's so disappointed. Dang, it wasn't perfect on the pole. Look at me. I can miss and make it. Can you believe it, guys? Did you guys see me miss that? All right, Gavin. For bird.
Just hope we don't see anyone make it and then miss it.
Ah, right.
Seen a few of those.
Yep. And these are the baskets, I think, right?
Yeah, there was some brutal ones on the chase card.
Yeah, these are those baskets that kind of do that thing. Especially with Aaron's kind of nose down putt.
Portland. Excuse me.
Oh
No
my
way.
God, dude.
No freaking way. Did you know that?
I had no clue.
I was about to say,
no
why
clue.
are you saying that right now? I cannot believe
That is
no
the
clue.
worst case of commentator jinx of all
I'm
time. That was
so
a
sorry.
3-minute setup.
Insane.
Oh my gosh.
Look at his stays in.
None of us knew. I did
I
not
had
know
no-
that
I
was
had
gonna
no
happen.
clue.
I mean, I definitely alarm bells were going off. Like, what? He's about to putt. Like especially
shut
Goose.
up, Yuli. What is your deal?
Oh my God.
I mean, he has that nose down thing.
Oh
that was
God.
disgusting.
We wait.
I'm sorry to laugh. That's just horrible. Hole 9, par 3, whatever, 258. No, downhill.
Say
You gotta
something about acing.
Yeah, Aaron Gossage with that ace.
He's got such a good chance to ace here.
He throws that zone in
It's
a
because
lot.
he has the level nose on the zone. It should stick.
Little high here for the forehand. Good chance to skip. It's like if it's higher, there's actually a canopy that you can hit and drop straight down,
Yeah.
which is the sole reason why California still strongly believes in the 2-meter rule.
Same guys who are on the rules committee. I think California
This
is
is
the
a
rules
hot
committee.
take commentary, boys.
Yeah. Keep it loose. Pow, 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 pow.
Early tree hit for Evan, and he's got a chance to get the downhill birdie putt.
Ooh, get heavy.
All that excitement of what just occurred. Did Evan just pick up his first birdie?
He did.
He did. Congratulations to him.
He throws the perfect shot to just ace right now.
Yeah, inside, but it's going to
I
get
tried.
through. And with that zone, I mean, I know that he's coming in with a maybe a grippier disc, but also slower than I think what Gannon threw, perhaps.
A2 zone.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah,
but
I think the A2 might be a little faster.
lay up there for Gavin. Awkward putt, low ceiling and wide straddle. It's got to come out with Anheuser. Slow down.
Not terrible. The low ceiling on this hole is difficult from a lot of locations.
Yeah, you got to be kind of right on it. Here's for 2 in a row.
Way to finish the front. Not the score you really want to shoot on the front 9, but you'll take a couple under when you're just kind of a little bit off.
Oh my gosh, another one.
Hangs
kinda.
another one on.
I think it's crazy how much zip he can get from the knee still.
Oh, yeah.
Remember back in the day when he was just making those
Yeah, well, I
kind of the Pro Tour Championships when he made his kind of debut?
He doesn't use a whole lot of lower body.
I can understand the avoidance of the chains, though, after what they just did to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
Good front 9 from Gannon. That's the I want to call it the veteran leadership or the whatever it is, the poise. But I mean, he's 18, so it's really hard to call it that. But
He's a veteran still.
he's a
though,
veteran
already.
in these situations for sure. At this point, he's definitely cementing himself as, you know, one of those guys you expect to be there. 6 down, the front 9 is getting good work done.
He's probably got really annoyingly close to as many lead cards as any of us.
Yeah.
Already, you know, like
Yeah.
I don't think he's probably there yet, but he's probably knocking on that door.
Yeah, if we're taking NT stats into account, then he still has a season or two.
Yeah, but not-
it'll pass us before
Yeah.
he'll get there before the age of when I started playing disc golf.
Sure.
That's the annoying part.
All right,
Let's focus on that.
And it's probably 8 p.m. nearly on the course.
Nearly.
And
It's probably like it's probably like
getting-
7:45, almost 8.
It's gonna be touch and go. They had said something about 8:15. We're gonna get going on this back 9 right now. See if we get a little bit at night, a little bit in the morning. See if they can get through this thing. See if any more lightning comes a calling. Thanks everybody.